show here at Universal Studios Hollywood! Woo! My name is Laura, and today we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look on how we create movie magic. Now, as you may know, the word movie is just a nickname for motion picture, and in the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns like this one. They were widely used by traveling showmen to project images onto a white backdrop. But for a moment, imagine what that must have been like. You're sitting in a darkened tent. Suddenly, the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. But when seen in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. Has been making movies on this very location for the last 100 years. And in that time, we've turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history.
Hold on to your butts.
That's not bad for 100 years, right? Keep that applause going for my co-host, Justin!
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Laura. From the very beginning, the basic concept behind the filmmaking process has always remained the same: to make the audience believe everything they see is real.
Today, filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive that they are known as special.
And one of the earliest forms of special effects are practical effects, which are shot on set right in front of the camera. Our first example of practical effects is models. Universal's 1933 film The Mummy made use of miniature effects, including scale models like this one here. Now, we know that's a model because the real pyramids do not say The Mummy on the back of them. When Universal relaunched The Mummy in 1999, the Sphinx from the opening shot you see there is this Sphinx model you see here. This is the actual model that was used in the making of the film. The attention to detail is incredible. I think Laura would agree. Models, great way to fool the camera. Am I right?
It's true. Another filmmaking technique that also has the ability to fool the camera is a glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock used matte paintings to create the eerie look that he wanted to achieve for the town of Bodega Bay. Now, take a look at the side screens. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only two things are real: the parking lot and the fire. Everything else is painted on the glass to create a mat and then drop right into place. Finally, we incorporate the footage of those famous birds to complete the effect.
So we've shown you two examples of practical effects: a model and a glass mat.
But we have another type of effect that doesn't just involve props, but people. Practical stunts!
Did somebody say stunts?
Ladies and gentlemen, our special effects show stunt department!
Yeah! Brian came zipping down, Michael came flying in. How come we don't get an awesome entrance like that?
Justin, we're wearing really fancy clothes. Now, you might not recognize their faces, but you've seen them in countless television shows and movies, sometimes doubling for your favorite celebrities. So let's meet them now. Over here, we have Brian. This is Nate, and our stunt coordinator, Michael. Welcome, fellas. Now, Michael, is it true that stunt performers will almost always double for actors if ever there's a fight sequence involved?
Absolutely, Laura. Most actors do not like to get kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face.
Like so.
No! Is he okay? He's okay. Go ahead and get set up. You see, folks, when staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. The moves need to look realistic to fool the camera, but without anyone getting hurt. And that is the performer's job to make it look believable. I'm gonna set the scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple of nefarious characters are just lurking about. Ready? And action! The dynamic punches and the dumpster hits. Justin, what do we call that?
Foley. You might be familiar with the term Foley, the process of adding sound effects to movies after the film is shot. But do you know its origin? Jack Foley wore many hats: director of silent films, writer of westerns, even stunt double. But when he started doing sound effects for Universal in the 20s, that's when he began to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, Jack Foley worked on Soundstage 10 here on the lot. And if he couldn't recreate a sound on his stage, he went out and got it. Using a technique called direct-to-picture, Foley and his crew would record sound effects directly to the finished film in a single take. One mistake meant they had to start the whole process all over again from the beginning. Here to help us experience what that must have been like, please welcome our first group of volunteers!
I'd like to meet the Raiders family from Atlanta!
Welcome! They are going to help us demonstrate how the simple items on this cart can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than you might think. For example, in Foley, a water bottle is used to articulate the sound of bones breaking. Listen to this. Pretty cool, huh? Kids, you could try that at home. All right, let's take a look at the footage we need to Foley. It's Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman in Identity Thief, along with actual Universal Foley artists hard at work. Watch the side screens.
Now, I have a plan.
Like that. You like it, girls?
All right, let's take a look at the tools that they are going to be using. Over here, we have a crash box. It makes the sound of crashes. Zach is also going to be using shoes on sticks for the running sounds. Levi has rolled up pieces of paper for the sounds of the body falls. Gabriel has the boxing gloves for the throat punch and the face slaps. Over on the end, Chrissy has a wooden mallet and a cowbell for the sound of the toaster hit. And finally, Chrissy will also be using these handcuffs, because these handcuffs sound like handcuffs. All right, I want all four of you to keep an eye on the clip right over here. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Yeah? All right, here we go.
Foley family, take one.
Roll tape, sound, and action. down this way, guys. Follow me. We are going to take a look at their masterpiece. Come down stage with me over here. Let's all stand just on this side of this line, center stage. We are going to add in audio with dialogue and score. Can we add their Foley track into playback? Yeah? All right, everyone take a look at the side screens. Watch and listen.
Get over here and give me your ribs. Okay? Now I have a plan.
You like that? You like that? Girl, Sandy. Ow!
Let's hear it for him. Turn around, take a bow, everybody. Take a bow. All right, come on.
Now, that was a fun comedy, and Universal has produced great films in every genre. However, the studio really made its mark with some of the industry's most memorable thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. We have the Cats of Dracula, there's Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Emotep or the Mummy, Phantom the Opera, and Mother Bates from Psycho. It is the perfect setting for a horror demonstration starring our next volunteer!
Everybody say hi, April! Hi, April!
Now, April here was selected for her very distinct scream. So imagine, if you will, you've checked into the Bates Motel and you just want to take a shower, but it's interrupted by Norman Bates himself. How do you scream?
Nice, yeah! Classic movie scream.
Now, April, as you saw earlier, our stunt performers have a very high threshold for pain. My question is, do you?
April, do you?
Oh, because this next sequence involves movie blood. Does anyone out there know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in his classic film Psycho? Shout out your answers. What do you think? Not ketchup, but chocolate syrup is correct.
That's right. Psycho was a black and white movie, so they could get away with it. Nowadays, movie blood has to be much more realistic.
Thank you for lending us a hand.
Literally. Now, kids, do not try this at home.
Try it at a friend's house.
Put your right arm out there, April. Right
Here we go.
arm. There you go.
And
Laura! Machete!
oh, I heard her scream. That one was real. No, I'm not going to use a machete. That's crazy. I'm going to use this knife. It's a lot sharper. Okay, take a look at the side screens, and don't worry, April. I'm not going to feel a thing. On the count of 3, just scream. Ready? 1, 2, 3. She's okay! This is just a classic cinematic horror technique. You're okay. It's a Hollywood blood knife. I'll explain how it works. So you've got a fake blade here, and then a cutout that fits right over her arm. Then this handle here has a bowl filled with movie blood. I scream, you scream. April is temporarily traumatized. But you know what? It's in the name of fun. How about a hand for April?
Yeah! And wow! That's realistic!
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go backstage and throw up.
Oh, you know what? We did talk about the photo opportunity for being such a good sport. Why don't you come over here away from the crime scene? You want to set that phone on camera mode for me? Yep, perfect. And I'm going to have you stand with some of our classic Universal monsters. Oh, it's okay. Poor thing, we traumatized her. We'll give you a little photo as a memento to say sorry. So I'll have you stand right there on that mark so I can see your face in the light. Excellent. So on the count of 3, while you strike a pose, and let's hear that scream again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Cute, April. Looking good. Nothing behind you, April. Yeah, definitely don't turn around. Maybe turn around. Oh, April! We could have been there a while. Michael Myers! Go home, Michael Myers. He is strong, Michael Myers. Come on over here, April. You should have seen the look on your face. Wait, we all can. It's cute and scary at the same time. How about a hand for April? Such a good sport. Now, we've talked a lot about practical effects. Let's switch gears to visual effects. These are things done inside of a computer. Here demonstrating mocap or motion capture. Welcome back, my co-host, Justin.
Thank you!
Oh, yay!
You gotta own it, Laura!
Looking good,
What's
Justin.
up?
Oh. Can we bring out the perimeter sensors, please? Now, these markers reflect light back to sensors and into a computer that will capture their movement. Can we see that capture up on the side screens? Now, each marker appears here as a dot. All right, Justin, let's start with a T-pose. Just extend your arms out to the side. Yeah, we always start with a T-pose to indicate the beginning of a take. That way we're editing for continuity purposes. What are you doing?
This is really tight, Laura.
Oh, we can tell. Why don't you touch your nose with your left hand, then your right. Let's just go back and forth doing a series of basic movements, just trying to calibrate the system. Can you go back to neutral, so put your arms to the side.
Sure.
We'll do some jumping jacks and running in place.
All right.
Now, it might not look like much now, but using these movements, animators can change the aspect ratio, build digital skeletons, add wireframing, and finally, skins. This way, we can take Justin's movements and turn him into anything. As you can see here, he is a cuddly, friendly teddy bear. Yeah. You're not just any teddy bear. You're the star of Universal's Ted.
Cool.
Yeah, and you know what? You just gotta dance.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, let's see it.
All right. Check this out, Laura. Here's a little gift for the ladies. Woo! Yeah! Happy New Year!
That's what Ted would do. It's like he's here with us now. In fact, Ted, what do you think about the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind-the-scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted.
Thunder Buddies for life.
How about a hand for Justin and Ted? Thank you, fellas. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane actually wore a modified mocap suit by Phil Tippett Studios so he could act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
Some pretty cool stuff. Now, as far as technology has come with visual effects and CGI, some things just look better when they're real, like fire. Well, let's take a look at some fire stunts done on film. Exciting and most dangerous aspects of filmmaking is undoubtedly a fire stunt. We're going to bring back our top-down stunt department to show us how they execute a live fire burn. There in the middle is the man of the hour who is set on fire. That's Brian. He is being assisted by our safeties Nate and Michael. Now, looking at Brian's face, you might think, is he nervous? He is sweating rather profusely. This is not the case. It is a protective fire gel he's applied to all of his exposed areas. You might know from experience how unpleasant it can feel to miss a spot while wearing sunscreen. Now, just imagine what it would feel like to miss a spot while on fire. Oh, he's standing on our prep blanket. This is where the fuel will be applied. We have our safety standing by in case of premature ignition.
Excuse me, Laura, we're gonna fuel.
Copy that.
You ready?
Now, upon completion of the shot, we'll move over to the fire blanket to be extinguished. At this point, we'll be looking at him for a thumbs up. If we see a thumbs down, this is a signs that we need to alert the medical team. Now, as they continue the meticulous healing process, I do want to take this time to remind you, these are trained professionals. They're using highly special equipment, wardrobes, fuels, and gels. This is not something anyone out there should ever attempt to recreate on their own. Brian's going to be going for a time today of around 8 to 10 seconds. And I also do want to remind everyone, please remain seated for the entire duration of this stunt. Looks like we're close. Let's set our lights and our timer to 0. And whenever you gentlemen are ready.
Nate, you ready? Brian, you ready to burn?
Ready.
Ready and action!
Lighting, you're lit!
This world. With the help of our final 2 volunteers, Tanya and Fabian, all the way from Germany. Give some applause as they make their way up here. Welcome, welcome. I have Tanya here, Fabian over here. Yes, if you haven't figured out by now, you're playing the part of an astronaut. Have you ever dreamed of being an astronaut? No! We're gonna make a dream come true that you didn't even know you had. I need you to get your helmet though. I'm gonna pass you off to Michael, right over there. And Tanya, come over here with me. Why don't you stand right there? You and I are gonna have some fun because do I have a surprise for you. Coming in here is our Fisher flying rig. This is a computer-controlled cable system that we use to simulate flight, and you will be controlling it. Now, it sounds complicated, but don't worry. There's an app for that. Oh, give you a little tutorial, and I can see it on the screen up there. So I have it disabled now. This green lever will take him up and down, and then this purple grid will control the movement. So you can go nice and slow, or depending on the nature of your relationship, go to town. Speaking of which, you said you're dating, right? You're dating? How long? How many years? 5 years? Well, for the first time in your 5-year relationship, you're in charge of the remote. So you slide your hand back through there. Perfect. I'll be here to guide you along. See any fear of heights that we should know about? Is he afraid of heights? No? Okay. It's okay. We'll find out together. It's fun. Okay. Oh, hi, Fabian. Okay, do you have any final words for your beautiful girlfriend? Oh, he said, I love you. What's that? Oh, he says after this, you get to go shoe shopping in Beverly Hills. Yeah. And money is no object. We're going to composite the scene, so let's use reproduction to get our backplate image. Oh, you're in space now. Oh, Fabian, good boy. Okay, point your finger on that green lever, and we'll take him right on up nice and easy, just like that. Yeah, good. Okay. Oh. Okay, so Fabian, don't touch the cables. Don't touch the cables. Put your shoulders back and your chin up. Shoulders back. Oh, no. All right, so just get back on up there. Swim back up there. Yeah, just kind of shoulders back, chin up, shoulders back. There, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, it's very natural. Okay, put your finger on that purple grid right there. Yep, and then move him forward just like that. Excellent. Okay, so Fabian, as soon as I tell you, you're gonna wave to the space station. Oh, it's a little early, so we're gonna pull everything back down. We're just gonna start over, so stay right there. Okay, Fabian, shoulders back, chin up, shoulders back. Yeah, I'm not your girlfriend. Okay, no, don't touch the cables. Okay, so let's just keep him nice and low. So why don't you go ahead and put your finger on that purple grid, and we'll keep him about that. Yeah, just keep him. We're not sure if he's afraid of heights. And oh, Tanya, did you hear something else? You're having fun, aren't you? Oh, looks like you're going back to Germany. Okay, here he is over the audience. So Fabian, whatever you do, don't look down. Can you bring him back in for a landing? Let's try to get him back down here. Oh, here he comes. Okay, Fabian. I got you. Shoulders back. Chin up. There he is. You're down. You're safe. Having a hand for Fabian. Our astronaut is... Tanya! You're drunk with power. Look at that. No, I'm taking that away from you. We're going to throw control up to the booth. They've got it up there. Perfect. Okay, here he comes on in for a landing. Oh, Fabian. So shoulders back. Chin up. Come on over here. Why don't you stand right there for me? We'll get you reunited. Okay, well, Fabian, the good news is you're down on the ground safely, and the bad news is that Tanya tried to murder you. Come on over and give her a hug. Like we said before, the idea of special effects is to make the audience believe what they see is real.
Hi.